please.
Well, I just congratulate Xavier. I mean, they came in here and beat us at home, so they get to play forward. You know, for us, that was a tough one on a lot of levels. We just couldn't get much going offensively. We pitched well, pitched extremely well. The Loki did a nice job for us, and certainly Patrick did as well. But we just had a hard time moving the bats today, for whatever reason. And you give credit to Xavier. But, you know, it's tough to finalize something. It's tough to put it to bed, and I think that's what takes the energy out of you, really, is putting putting the final touches on a team. I mean, there's only one that can do it, but I guess, you always dream about it being you. But it's a tough deal, and we'll manage. Sun will come up tomorrow, and life will move forward.
Questions for Coach?
Did you consider challenging the hit by pitch call with the bases loaded?
Yeah, I mean, I considered it. I looked for bulge. I didn't get any confirmation. Thought Jim had it on replay. I doubt if it would have been overturned. There's not enough video evidence, to me at least. But you know, it was one play. And if we had to die by the sword on that one, that's a tough one.
You said you didn't get confirmation for Boulder. Did you look at him and ask him, or was that a situation where he would know, I guess, to signal you
I
for a
looked at him. He
challenge?
caught the ball. I mean, he caught it cleanly, but you know, outside of that, I didn't get anything from him. The reaction of the hitter was such where it probably skimmed him and didn't adjust the ball at all. But you know, it's a run. You know, it's one run. Is the difference in this game? Yeah, it was, but you know, it's an umpire's call.
Tim, how did you handle the 4 hours? What was that like? And were you concerned, that it would take energy from you guys to come out?
I really didn't know what it would do. I mean, we've been in that environment before. You know, it was Cal State Fullerton. We ended up winning it. Kentucky 19. We ended up winning it. You know, you just never know what that energy is going to do, but you know, it's just it was a tough 4 hours for everyone.
It's always tough when it ends like this.
Mm-hmm.
As you look at the season, do you feel like these guys maxed out on what their ability is for a large part of the season, doing what you're able to do?
Well, I wouldn't ever say maxed out. I mean, I think you have teams that get to this point where you can feel their energy and you feel like they've got a chance to put a run together. You know, certainly when we won the SEC, you wondered if that was the case or not. But, you know, that was a tough ball game last night. Last night probably had something to do with today. I hate to say it, but it did. You know, it shook the energy a little bit. And you know, that's a tough one, but you know, there's a lot of teams that, and we've had them before, that come back from that. You get punched in the gut, you come back, and it's tough. It's not easy, but you know, you're capable of doing it. I just, you know, our health was challenged all year, but I'm not going to sit here and talk like that. We did the best we possibly could, and we had a good year. It was a good year, but you get to this point right here, and you're hosting at home, the kids and all of us, you know, our intentions are to move. And when you lose at home, then, you know, the other teams did it. They played better than we did. We have to live with that. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's what it is.
It feels like the offense, was really hot and cold all year. What was it that led to some of those prolonged cold streaks, and then again today where just nothing was going?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the year right now. I mean, that's, I'm not talk about. I'm going to think about, what we did well. So I'm not going to look back and try to analyze what the hell happened during the course of the year, whether it was up or whether it was down. I'm not going to do that right now.
You mentioned the health. Is Enrique dealing with anything here? I mean, he's limping after the one play today. But
He's just playing hard. I think important things that happen inside of the game.
Looking forward, is there anything that stands out as ways to improve the offense or make it more consistent for the future?
Well, I'm not looking forward right now. I mean, I'm not in the condition to do that. I always think once we get done with the year, we got to get a whole lot better. But I'm not thinking like that right now. I don't have that. We just spent from August 22nd to right now, and going hard. I mean, it's every day. It's just days and why. No frickin' days off. Jesus. I mean, you just go and go and go and go and go and go, and then boom, it shuts down on you. It's a suck pill. It just sucks. But it's what it is.
Any other questions on today's game?
So Enrique Bradfield has very high draft stock. I mean, he obviously could turn pro. If so, what has he meant for your program and maybe college baseball as a whole?
Now I'll tell him personally. I mean, he's been a wonderful player inside this program. He's right here. I mean, we haven't players play center field like him at any point in time. I mean, from the day he got here, and just to watch his growth during the course of his freshman spring, his freshman fall, he was really learning, but he's a very intense young man. He's committed. He has a high care level for what he's doing and everything that he does. And beyond baseball, he's going to be a very successful young man. He's going to be a good dad. He's going to be filled with the fibers that you want in a young male nowadays. He's not chasing stupid things. He's driven. He's got work habits. Comes from a great family. I choose not to think about missing him right now. I don't want to do that.
What-
Hell of a player though.
What did you say to your guys in the dugout afterwards?
Not much. It's the time. They don't want to hear it. It's not the time. It's just tomorrow I'll think about what we're going to say and meet with them. But right after a game, no one's in the mood to really listen to any final words at that point. They're trying to process everything, and it's sad for them. It's tough for them. And it's the last time they'll ever have these opportunities together. We talk about that a great deal, but no, just said very little. Doesn't matter right now.
You mentioned last night's game having an impact on how they played today. There were several series this season where you did, still win the series even after losing the first game. So what was the difference this time that kind of made it so that it wasn't the same way?
I don't know, Ari. I mean, I'm not sure.
And then, did the run in the SEC tournament and just the injuries in general to the pitching staff, have an impact on the way that the pitching set up or how you wanted to use?
Kids were out there doing the best they can. We pitched with what we had. And that's what you got to do. And they did fine.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, joining us now, junior outfielder Enrique Bradfield Jr. Questions for Enrique?
What was so tough about hitting the two guys they threw out there today?
They just had command of multiple pitches, and they were able to execute them really well. I think that just got us off their game, so hats off to them on that.
Talk a little bit about that finality that Coach Corbin talked a little bit about also, about so many accomplishments that you guys have, and then all of a sudden it gets shut so quickly like that.
Yeah, it's never easy. Like Corb said, we've been here since August, building, trying to get better every day. And you never know when it's going to be your last day. And it just came pretty quick. I think there's a lot of emotions involved in it. Guys spend so much time with each other. It's personal connections that have nothing to do with the game. But I think we just know that we'll never be able to get the same group back together in one place. So I think that's the hardest part about it.
Momentum's such a big thing, especially this time of year. You agree that last night kind of took something out of you guys, and it's hard to get it back.
Yeah, it probably did. When you play as many college baseball games as I have, I think you start to understand what it can do to you emotionally. Just trying to show up every day and be consistent in your actions. That's what you try to do, but it's very challenging, whether it be individually or from a team standpoint. It's just hard to do.
How challenging were the 4 hours here, Enrique, going back out and coming back in, and what were you trying to do to keep occupied? Or?
It wasn't very challenging at all. You know, it's just the guys hanging out, staying together, conversation, laughter, things that, you know, happen all the time, but just kind of staying light in between those 4 hours, just waiting for a chance to get back out there.
You went to Omaha in your first season, and since then it's kind of, you know, it's been back-to-back regionals losses. You know, what was the difference between, I guess, the time you were able to get it done and then the times that you weren't?
I'm not sure. I don't know the answers to that.
This could have been your last game at Vanderbilt. Like, if so, how, you know, what stands out most to you about your time here?
I feel like it's too much to be able to answer in this one question, but just my experience from day one, especially with Coach Corbin and staff, I've learned and grown, turned into a completely different person since I've been here. Just been able to develop the relationships I've been able to build. They'll never go away. Everybody's gonna be a phone call, a text message away. These guys, they're my best friends. Have probably my groom's men in the wedding. My best man is probably on this team. You know, it's like things like that. Those are the important pieces to it. Wins and losses, they're important, and I'm a competitor, so of course it hurts. Hurts more than anything, especially feeling like I'm a leader on the team, and you know, I didn't have my best go, and it's life. It happens.
Anything else for Enrique?
To the culture, I know a lot of teams are building around the portal and things like that. Your team is more contiguous in terms of guys staying for 3 and 4 years. I know you have friends on other teams and everything, and the cultures are different. How does yours compare to what you see going on maybe other places?
It's different. You know, everybody, I guess, in the portal is a win now mentality, so they're going to go out and get the best players, but that doesn't always have the best results or build the best culture. And we've been trying to build the same roster for 3-4 years with similar guys, freshmen coming in, developing them. I don't know, maybe it's just more time spent trying to develop players and just build relationships. I think that's why it's more valuable to us, and it just means more, kind of.
You play just about every game since you've been here. You're running into walls, stealing bases, legging hits out. Were you 100% the whole year?
If I was good enough to be out there, I was. Then.
All right. Thank you, Enrique.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.